What's up guys, welcome back to another vlog. Getting a late start to the video, but definitely wanted to shoot today because I am about to head to a meetup, an Amazon sellers meetup in LA, so that should be some cool content. Tom from FBA Hustlers is gonna be there again. We'll see who else, but it should be pretty awesome, so definitely wanted to capture some of that for you guys. If you didn't catch the last vlog, that was another awesome meetup with Tom and Anthony Bouitran, so definitely go back and check out that one if you have not caught it.
I feel like going on a rant right now, so a lot of you guys know that I've been trying to do and doing a little social media marketing, and I don't know, I was just like had these feelings on my way there and wanted to talk to Matt about it, but you guys are here, so we'll just talk to you too. Reaching out to people like companies and stuff like that, like I'm having a little bit of trouble with that just because there's a lot of misleading information on YouTube or anywhere else, because you know, all the little young kids are doing social media marketing, and some of them are very successful and good for them, but some of them are just like have like a small little client and they just think that they could just, you know, you get it, it's like Amazon, you know, like there are some people that just started that come out with like a whole bunch of information, and then there's the people that have been doing it forever and have different information. I don't know. So I just like have had problems finding clients. So if any of you guys have any advice or
for like how to reach out, like
for how to reach out,
because it's not that you haven't found clients, it's that you haven't really been comfortable to even like put yourself in front of them. Yeah, and it's not rejection that I'm afraid of, it's more of them not responding, which I guess is a little like rejection, but they're not literally saying no, they're just kind of like ignoring my email, ignoring like my way of reaching out. So yeah, like you don't care if they say no, but like you want to do it the right way. So like any tips on like cold outreach, stuff like that?
And I've been like totally myself. Like I've seen stuff online that I'm just like, how do these people even get clients? Because I'll see something of like an email saying, "Dear sir, sorry to bother you today on this lovely afternoon." But
classic.
Yeah, and then it's like best regards, and it's like I don't talk like that. Like I learned at my last job that when I send emails, I actually put smiley faces on them because sometimes they sound a little bitchy, you know, and I don't want to come off that way. But without smiley faces, like it
I mean, you have to be yourself.
Yeah, and I feel like that is working now. Maybe that didn't work back in like the 90s or early 2000s, but now I feel like if you show a little bit of yourself, you'll have a better chance of someone responding, being like, okay, this person's not just a robot, they're, you know, actually, you know, themselves. Yeah,
that's why I do this.
No, yeah, but like, so don't think that I'm like sending out those kinds of emails. Like I want good advice. Like give me like, if you're into sales, like tell me just like I'm asking you for tips actually instead of Matt, because like Matt doesn't have to reach out to other companies, you know, like only Alibaba, and I'm sure like, you know, you don't have to go like, "Dear sir," like they might do that to you, but you don't have to do that to them. Yeah. And oh, I guess that actually kind of goes the same with like reaching out to Alibaba people. You don't have to feel like it has to be so perfect, because I've heard some people saying that like they're scared to reach out to them because it's so professional. Like you don't have to be professional. Yeah, like a question I like just on the topic of like talking to suppliers, so many of you are like do I need to set up a separate email, and do I need to send them like the exact template? I'm like, to have an LLC.
Yeah, like to send them an email. It's like, no, like so much of it is literally just getting a conversation. This is a bit of a change in subject, but in that subject, like so much of it is literally just getting a conversation going, asking them what you need to know. Like if you have a question, ask them. Don't be like, is it okay to ask the supplier this question? It's like, if you have a question, ask the, like, it's just about being yourself, asking the questions you need to know, and getting the answers that you're curious about, you know? Yeah. But yeah, any tips on that issue, drop them in the comments. It'd be much appreciated.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
One other question for you guys that you can leave a comment below. Jessica has a question for you.
Who speaks Spanish? Because I'm
of you guys.
Of you guys. I speak Spanish. Matt understands Spanish, but he can't really speak it. Because I'm thinking of starting my own YouTube channel in Spanish. Just kind of like with my journey with social media marketing, and could apply to Amazon people too, just to like help out more you know, not just English-speaking people, because this can be applied to literally anywhere in the world. So, who speaks Spanish?
Yeah, if you speak Spanish, leave a comment, let us know. And let us know if that sounds interesting too. Quick stop at our favorite place, Erewhon. Are you excited?
Yeah. Sorry, I was looking.
Remember?
Oh yeah.
From the vlog.
Put that in.
Flew in from Houston, so you know, I've known Raj for a while, and I just think he's going to be great as a speaker today, and I think you guys will learn a lot. Maybe just give us an overview of like how you got into the Amazon space, how you launched, and then you know what you've done until today. Maybe just give us a high level overview.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Raj. I live in Houston, Texas. I started JavaPresse in September of 2015. That's when I launched my first project, which was a coffee grinder, like a manual coffee grinder. Within 12 months, we were doing 6 figures in revenue. And this is all, I was working a full-time job at the time.
How you actually, what is the process you went through to really understand your customer? Because I think if you have a brand, you've got to have a really good avatar, you've got to understand their needs, you've got to understand how you're going to engage and connect with that customer. So what did you do around that process to really understand your customer? And then how did you then engage with them?
Yeah, so you asked a couple of questions, so I'll try and break that out.
Yeah, sorry, I should have
No worries. I guess, what did I do in the beginning? So yeah, Amazon was a platform. It was something I used to make money. It wasn't something I used to live on. It wasn't something I planned on living on. So when I launched my products, when I first did my product research, I was not only looking at, can I create a product that's going to win, it was more, can I create something that is scalable beyond Amazon. So I picked the coffee space, not because I found a couple of different products like coffee grinders and French presses and pour overs and all that stuff that were selling well, but I also saw an opportunity to one day maybe sell beans, to maybe go and do other things outside the coffee space, to sell stuff in retail stores, to go to coffee shops and partner with them. I saw a future beyond just private labeling, which was really important to me. Now, different people might say different things, but for me, like I said, I was really gung-ho on creating a brand because I wanted something that I could tell people. I hated going to Amazon conferences and not being able to tell people what I was selling. Like that always just kind of bugged me and made me feel really weird. And so I wanted something that I could tell people, and I could be like, look, this is what I'm selling, this is my brand, I'm really proud of it. Because I do put a lot of work, to create something meaningful. So that was the importance for me. So in the beginning, I was always looking at how can I grow beyond Amazon. Once that happens, when you put in the work to realize that you don't just want to sell on Amazon, you want to create a brand, you actually put in the work to understand the psychographic demographic of the customers you're trying to sell to. So what magazines are they reading? Where are they shopping? What kind of car do they drive? How old are they? What do they love to eat? Where do they live? Why do they live there? What are they going through in life? You know, what TV shows are they watching? What colors do they like? What smells do they like? You know, like just trying to understand what kind of music they listen to.
How did you do that? How did you find out?
So one of my e-mentors, I guess Russell Brunson. Anybody here know who Russell Brunson is? He's got a company called ClickFunnels, which is like a $1 zillion company now. He
actually they did billion in sales as of yesterday.
I don't doubt it. He has this process called creating a top 100 for your industry. So what the top 100 is looking at who the top 5, for me coffee is who the top 5 coffee shops are, who the top 5 subscription models are, who the top 5 Amazon sellers are, who the top 5 magazines are, who are the top 5 influencers, who are the top 5 coffee tasters, who are the top 5 importers, who are the top 5 just understanding what your niche looks like. Because when you can paint a picture like that, before you even start thinking about the copy you're going to write or the bullet points you're going to do, you start to really understand who is buying what. And when you understand who is buying what, you start to see opportunities where you can insert yourself without having to take a lot of risk, because you understand the ways that the entire system works together. So that was really important for me in the beginning, is really just understanding the entire ecospace of coffee. So my first business was scheduling software for breweries. Preference. Now with mentors, I started out actually at places like these. So like I started networking with people that were doing just a little bit better than me, learning from them. I was a huge fan of paying for information, so I still am. I think that if you can learn from somebody else's mistakes, you save yourself so much time. I worked a full-time job when I first started JavaPresse, so I had money to invest in my learning. So I was actually more willing to risk. But in hindsight, that was one of the most important things I did, because it built a mindset of learning and taking action on info products. I think info products have a bad rep. They're like, oh, these don't work. Well, they only work if you work. So every course I've ever bought works, because I put in the work and I ask the questions and I get engaged with the community and I'm really, really, really about it. So my mentors came in paid form in the beginning. Either coming to events like these, finding people that are a little bit ahead of me, or buying their courses and then excelling at their courses. And then when I excelled at their courses, they were like, oh, I want to make you a case study. I was like, yeah, well, can you mentor me at the same time? Like, so it kind of worked out to where I would kind of earn my way into their mentorship and then do that. And then once I did that, we were doing successful, and then I started investing in masterminds, conferences, meeting people at conferences, getting to know them, adding value however I can, so that they would invite me to other meetups and masterminds and conferences. And then it just slowly but surely trickled into now I'm in a couple of different masterminds that make me really happy and add a lot of value to my business.
The question I want to ask you is, I think we own a skincare company. We're at the point where we're ready to build our brand outside Amazon. And this whole time we have been, right? Social media, Facebook, very, very passively. And I wanted to ask you, if you were to give me kind of a step-by-step, very high level, with Amazon, for example, you source your product, you list your product, you write the copy, you get the reviews, you launch. That's kind of the high level, I guess, right? If I was to build my brand outside of Amazon from a very high level perspective, like what kind of steps would that look like?
First thing I would do is improve your product. That's the first step before you do any type of external marketing. You cannot paint a turd, dude. You cannot sell a turd. So just get out there and make your product better, whether it be packaging, tell the story on the packaging, whatever you need to do. Those are really simple steps that you can do with your supplier first, because that takes time to implement. So the first thing I would do is just go to your supplier, go on like 99 Designs, create a new design, get a copywriter, create something really nice, come up with your story, all that stuff. Create the product, get your product in your factory, creating all that stuff, while then you come to the website, create a brand and a story. Story page is super important, and then start there. So then you build the website. I wouldn't necessarily really, dude, I don't think you need to have a ton of likes on Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. I mean, that's all like just there. It's like social proof, I guess, but no one usually goes to Instagram to see if you're awesome before they go to Amazon and buy. But what I would probably do is go to Google, because what people do is after they look for your product on Amazon, if there's 5 people who look the exact same, they're gonna go to Google and be like, this versus this, or like they're gonna have questions that are related to your product before a purchasing decision. So you creating assets on Google, whether it be you talking in, and like I said, the first video I ever made was an unboxing video. I think it's got video. Got an unboxing.
I think if I talk about skincare, if my customers see me, I don't think they'll buy a product anymore. So.
Oh, is it women?
No, it's for women. It's for women only.
It's women. So
yeah.
why did you start your skincare product line? Because it was making money?
My girlfriend did that, so.
That's a story right there. Hey, so I was looking for a product to try. My girlfriend really liked the skincare line, and my relationship with her means a lot to me, so I wanted to invest in this brand and create something meaningful. So that's
Sorry.
Dude, what's up? Two vlogs in a week. What's up, man? How's it going?
Let's go talk, man.
This weekend? This is Jessica.
Hey, what's up?
Nice to meet you.
I seen you in the video.
I saw you in the video.
It's gonna take up going, so just keep smiling. All right, guys, so that was a really cool meetup. I didn't do much talking to the camera, but hopefully there was some good content just caught throughout that. Definitely my takeaway from Raj, he's from JavaPresse. I would highly recommend, I listened to his interview before this event, which was coincidental. He was on Mixergy, which is one of my favorite podcasts, and he tells this whole story openly about building that brand up. And so I would just go listen to that story, but main takeaway is having a story behind your brand and just the amount of leverage that comes with clearly defining what your product is about, who is your market, who is the avatar, who is the person that is actually buying it, what else do they need, what else can I do for them, how can I ultimately just make this an incredible experience for them, so it's not just a random shit product from China, but it's a whole experience, and you're making that experience great to them such that they will be part of your army, they'll go out and talk about it, they'll, you know, buy your other products, they'll get into your ecosystem. Interestingly, for his story, he has coffee products like grinders and stuff like that, and then he sells a subscription coffee beans on the back end, which is a really cool model. Definitely something I want to think more about. It doesn't work for every type of product, but really crazy model to sort of combine these different worlds of e-commerce. I think that's where there's a lot of opportunity, or say content with e-commerce is a huge opportunity. So the more you can sort of combine all these different worlds, huge opportunity there. So I'll wrap it up there. Hope you loved this video. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.